Here is my room for the next 28 days. Walk in, go left to close the door, and we got a microwave, rice pot, and a kettle. Here we have dishes and stuff. And this morning I was grabbing this to get some water to take my drugs, and that's when I noticed all this mold on it, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I just used my hands. And you may notice that it appears I'm using the kitchen sink as my bathroom sink. Well, that's pretty accurate, because here's the toilet area. Yeah, and no toilet paper, because we have the Filipino bidet. Yeah. And that's the shower over this little wall here. Give you a look at that next. Oh. Yeah. I'll be digging the shower. At least it has a water heater. Oh, it's big enough also, so I think I should be okay with that. I just got to go get my own damn soap. Well, this ain't a hotel, but I wanted to show you another reason I wasn't using this, and that is because this is what happens when you turn on the spigot. Yeah, forget that. And oh, look at this, all my clothes next to the small refrigerator on this couch slash bed that appears to have a slide out. Yeah, so if you have a lot of kids, you got a lot of room for them. But since there's no dresser, chest of drawers, anything, that's where my clothes go. Got a desk here, got some Wi-Fi. Man, the Japanese people spoiled me with their big ass TVs. This one's tiny in comparison. And here's the bed. Now there's two of these that I think are supposed to be bath towels, but they're like microfiber towels. And I didn't even get under the covers. I only slept for a couple of hours because I didn't even get here until 4:30. And the air conditioner was not on. I had to turn it on. And it is struggling right now. It's a tiny unit, even for this cramped ass space. And I thought I was going to have to get some electrical adapters to plug in my stuff, but it looks like American stuff works here. Here's my balcony. I don't know what lake that is over there, but it might be Taal Lake. Oh yeah, they take real good care of this place. She's already messaged me this morning that she wants to get paid tomorrow. I'm thinking seriously about modifying the booking to where I only stay here a few days and then move on to someplace that might be better. But I don't know. I don't know if anything I find is going to be better, because I thought being in Tagaytay, it would be super nice. And of course, you know, the pictures in the ads make it look super nice. But at least it's late November, so right now it's not super hot, and there's a breeze blowing, so I'll be able to be okay walking around to get stuff like toilet paper. But I'm sure if it was a hotter time of year, that air conditioner would be 100% insufficient. All right, so I went downstairs, asked the security dude where the restaurant is. He said 3rd floor, and I get to the 3rd floor and I don't see it. And the guard up here told me that it's across the parking lot, so I'm looking for it now. And all that noise you're hearing it's 9:20 in the morning, and Filipinos love the pool. I made it to the restaurant, and here's the menu. And I noticed that all of these dishes have silog on the end, so I asked the lady what it means, and she says it means it comes with one egg and one meat. And I decided to go for the sisig because I had been hearing other people talk about how nice it is. And the lady just brought me a glass, a cloudy glass, and some water. And I have coffee on the way also. But we'll see if the water has an adverse reaction with me. Meantime, I'm going to look at the rest of the menu and see if there might be something else I might want, maybe a lunch or something. Coffee with creamer and sugar. I'm gonna have to probably find some stevia somewhere because it doesn't seem to be popular anywhere I've been in Asia so far. Coffee with powdered creamer and sugar. I can see now that I'll have to get some stevia somewhere because that doesn't seem to be popular anywhere that I've been so far. All right, first the rice.
Soy sauce?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Calamansi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Calamansi. I guess it's a relative of the key lime. And she said to squeeze it onto the sisig. Looks like I squoze a seed onto it. Yes, the grammar Nazi said squoze. That was actually not my first hot coffee, because when I was at the last train station in Osaka, I went to the machine and got a coffee, and it turned out that it was hot in the machine. So that was cool. But anyhow, yeah, this is my second hot coffee, and it's hotter than what they had in the machine. So here is CC. Already spilled on my shirt. A lot of flavors going on there. And it's got some bite. Even for occasion, this has a lot of bite. Okay. More rice because it's got that much bite. All right. Cucumber into the soy sauce. Tastes nice and fresh. All right, let's try some egg. Yes, I am happy to have chosen this as my second Filipino meal. Our first was actually last night during the taxi ride. We stopped at Jollibee, of course. Where else would I stop to get something? Because I hadn't eaten all day. And it was Jollibee, but their large drink is about the size of our medium. So I guess I'll have to get used to that over here. And I got the double cheese yum yum burger. And it was about like a regular burger place. It's, you know, small hamburger. And it was Jollibee. You know, it's not overly delicious, but it's good enough to, you know, handle the hunger pangs. And I gotta tell you about the taxi ride when I start walking. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat. I can already tell this is gonna give me problems. On the left, I have some 1 peso coins, different sizes. In the middle, 5 peso coins, different size, different color. And on the right, the 10 peso coin. So this is going to be confusing. Okay.
Okay, 180.
180.
180.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Nope.
100.
200.
180.
Oh.
50. 60. 70. 80. That's yours.
Right. Thank you. Is there a bank close by?
There, Union Bank.
Union Bank.
Yes, sir.
Okay. To change some
Thank you, sir.
All right, first things first. I've had two women in their 50s, my cousin and my friend, that told me that I look better in a tight shirt. I usually like wearing like really baggy stuff, I guess because of my body image issues, but they're telling me that I look better with the form-fitted stuff. So please leave me a comment, let me know, especially if you're a woman or if you can ask a woman about it. Okay, so my Philippines experience has not been a good one so far. Okay, so first I picked the wrong flight, and there were several things wrong with the flight. Number one is that I picked a flight that was leaving at 11:30 at night. No, not 11:30. It was supposed to arrive at 11:30, so 7:30. It was supposed to leave at 7:30 at night. So I had to check out of the hotel at noon, took the hotel shuttle to the train station, got on the train that goes to KIX, K-I-X, Kansai International Airport. And I had plenty of time, you know, because it was still maybe 2 o'clock by this time, by the time I got there. So I had like 5 hours to waste, but you know, there is a severe lack of seating. So I sat on the floor until a seat opened up, and then I snatched it up as quick as I could. And then I waited until the time when they allowed us to go to the check-in counter. And when I noticed that the check-in counter was open, there were already 1 million people ahead of me. And I'm like, how are they fitting all these people onto one plane? And I guess they weren't, but maybe just that Cebu Pacific like maybe had several flights going out at the same time. Maybe that's the way they like work their lease with the airport, is they group them all together like that. But yeah, it took a long time to get through the line. Then I get to the agent, and she's like, show me your ticket out of the Philippines. Yeah, I had heard that I might run into, you know, the Philippines requires that if you're going into the Philippines, you have to have a ticket out of the Philippines. So if you're making a round trip and going right back home, fine, you have that. I'm not. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in the Philippines a month. I got a month to take care of this. No, I did not have a month to take care of that. She wouldn't let me past her until I got on my phone and I bought a ticket right then and there to Kuala Lumpur. So on December 26th, I'll be leaving the Philippines and heading for Kuala Lumpur. Okay, so that was fixed. Then we get to, I don't know if they call it TSA, but like the TSA where they x-ray everything. And I guess got lucky at this point because I had put my shaving kit with toothpaste and my deodorant in my carry-on bag this time, because I figured they wouldn't check that close. And I guess I was right about that, because it made it through the checkpoint, even though I had seen there was a sign, like a computer screen that went through in all the different languages of stuff you're not allowed to bring aboard the plane. So I got lucky at that point, but I was still nervous. But I went to the boarding gate. Everything's fine until I realized that I had left my wonderful Team Lone Star hoodie in the bin. So I went and talked to the agent at the counter there, and she got on her walkie-talkie, and in about 15 or 20 minutes they brought it to me. So I was lucky again. Okay, then we get on the plane, and of course I'm assigned a middle seat, and we get there and there's like no room for me to put my carry-on bag in the overhead storage. So the nice guy, Marty, spelled M-A-R-T-H-Y, said, come with me, but I'll give you this other seat. It's got more leg room and everything. So yeah, I'm down with that. So as soon as we make our U-turn to go back toward the front of the plane, one of the ladies stopped me to put my carry-on in the overhead bin right there. So I did that. I mean, you know me, I'm compliant. I do as instructed every single time, right? So, okay, so then I do that, and I still have my backpack with me, my personal item. And finally I get through all the traffic and over to where Marty is. I'm hearing stuff fall, and it sounds like it might be on the floor above. So Marty gives me my seat, and it's middle row, and he gives me the entire row. So I was actually able to lie down and get a little bit of sleep during the flight. And he grabbed my backpack and tossed it in the overhead bin right there. And then after we arrived in Manila, he went way in the back and grabbed my carry-on and brought that to me. Marty, you're the man. So let's see, then we get off the airplane. We get, let's see, first we gotta check, we gotta get signed in with the passport and everything. And I was trying to use the Philippines government app. One of the guys was helping me, but he left a place blank, so the thing just didn't want to hook up. And what he had left blank was my baggage. Yeah, they definitely doing something up on top of me. So finally we figured out that the guy that originally was helping me before passing me off to the guy that actually knew what he was doing had not filled in the part about me having 2 suitcases and a backpack. So once we filled that out, it was good, but that still wasted like a half hour to figure out what was going on. So we did that. I had my QR code. I was able to get by customs. I got my stamp, good for 30 days until December 29th, but I'm going to leave on December 26th. And then, let's see, baggage pickup for my checked bag, smooth, got it. Then I wanted to take Grab for the first time. So I opened up the app using the Wi-Fi from the airport, which totally sucked. But I was finally able to get into Grab. But then every time, no matter what location I chose, it said like as I'm filling out the form, it says there's no wait time for a Grab where I am. And when I try to get it, it tells me there's nothing available. And just pretty much kicks me out of the app, and I got to start over. So I did that several times, another half hour down. So I'm like, well, forget this, got to do something. So I go outside, and there's a little Grab booth outside. So I'm headed for the Grab booth. Sure enough, here comes the taxi driver to hustle me. I told him, no, I'm getting Grab. So he's actually accosting me while I'm in line at Grab. There's 2 or 3 people ahead of me. And he's asking me, so you going outside of Metro Manila? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, where, Angeles? I guess a lot of Americans go to Angeles because that's where the hoes be, I guess. From what I've seen on YouTube, the hoes be in Angeles. But, as I've said before, your boy ain't got no testosterone. Okay, so he's accosting me in line, and I'll tell him where I'm going, and he's like, oh, Grab's not gonna take you there, come with me. And he takes me around the line to the girl that's running the Grab counter, and she's like, no, we ain't good taking you way over there, take the bus. And I'm like, look, it's already like 2 in the morning probably at this point, and I'm trying to figure out how to use a bus. Okay, so I decided to cave in to the taxi dude. And he was just a wrangler or something, and hooked me up with one of the drivers. And that ended up being 4,000 Philippine pesos to get me over here, which is 45 kilometers. So that's what, 35 miles? And that ended up being $68.23. And I tipped him 1,000, which is probably a really, really good tip for him. And that made it $17.06 more. So altogether, that's $85.29 to get here. Okay, and you already see how disappointed I am with this place. The first thing I noticed that was wrong was when I got to security at the front, doors wide open with a fan on. So they don't even have air conditioning for their security people. Okay, so along the way, I had my little breakfast in the room, you know, my little 7-Eleven sandwiches, and that was all I ate the entire day. So I was hungry. And where else am I gonna eat in the Philippines but Jollibee? So I got the driver to stop by the Jollibee and got me a double cheesy yum with fries and a large Coke Zero. And I also got him one of those, but with a regular Sprite. And the total for all of that, for 2 full meals, was 383 Philippine pesos. Oh, $6.54 to feed 2 people. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got some of the supplies I need. Turns out there's a 7-Eleven like right across the street from me. There's also a bank. I went to change my cash. But she said no account, no exchange. She said I could go to Ayala, which I think is a mall. So I guess I'll have to figure that out too and get some change. But, okay, here's my 7-Eleven haul right here. I got distilled water. This is not 2 liters, this is 2,000 milliliters. Okay, so, and that was, let's see, which was, Summit is the drinking water. Distilled water, that was 85 cents for the 2 liters. The drinking water was 87 cents. The Coke Light was 85 cents. Paper towels were 89 cents. And the bathroom tissue was 85 cents. So that's what we've got so far. I still need soap. I have shampoo and stuff, but I'm gonna need some bath soap and some hand soap. Japan, despite the cramped quarters, I mean, this isn't much larger, but Japan pretty much had me spoiled with the service and whatnot. Because even though it was cramped, they provided shampoo, conditioner, bath soap, hand soap, body lotion, bidet, and not the Filipino kind. It was my first experience with a bidet, and it was a heated toilet seat. And the bed at the Holiday Inn was much taller. The bed here is short, like it was in the Appa Hotel, which was the first hotel I had in Japan. So it's, you know, kind of rough on an old guy with arthritis in his knee and hip. But, you know, for the 2 hours that I slept, I guess it did okay. I didn't even pull back the covers because, number one, it wasn't cool enough for that, and number 2, I hadn't showered yet. I was just too tired at 5 in the morning. I got here at about 4:30. By the time I was ready for bed, it was about 5, and woke up before my 8 o'clock alarm to take my drugs. Okay, so I'm still gonna have to find a place to exchange money and a place to get the soaps that I need. So that will be on the agenda for today. But that's enough for this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get ziggy with it.